Cardinals come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Finding Green complete. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs going to try the middle. Powers through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a two-possession deficit for them. The drive will start with Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Murray again. This is Connor. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. From the gun, a give to Connor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice scoring run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Murray off play action. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Finishing last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game without the eyes. Or maybe is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. I said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing. They said the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Las Vegas, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home.